shit. A real fucking icebox. Huh.
There is no spoon.
What's wrong?
Seriously? You auto-updating now? General, I won't be able to calculate the right data for the satellite for 49 minutes.
How long till impact?
11 minutes and 44 seconds.
Fuck Microsoft!
Well, they call them interdimensional beings.
He, specifically asked for you, sweetheart.
By our powers combined, we give you the Galactic Family Podcast.
Put the phone down.
Hello, my name is Nick Pope, formerly from the British UFO Desk, and you're listening to the Galactic Family Podcast.
It's probing time.
Hey everyone, the Galactic Family Podcast world. How's everyone doing tonight? Welcome back to another episode of Phenomenon Pulse, whether joining us from live or watching later. Thank you for spending a little bit of part of your evening with us. This show is dedicated to respectful conversations surrounding UFOs, UAPs, USOs, scientific research, and disclosure, and the people working to better understand these mysteries. Our goal has always been to bring people together, encourage critical thinking, and create a welcoming community where ideas can be explored respectfully. Today, it's just going to be more than just another show. It's an exciting new chapter for the Galactic Family Podcast. We'll be officially introducing our new co-host and sharing exciting updates on our current projects and discussing where the podcast is headed over the next coming months, and wrap up a little bit with the latest UFO, UAP, USO news from around the world. I'm honored to officially welcome Jim Andre.
Hello, everybody.
Yes. Founder of the Alien Truth Connection Network, as the newest co-host of the Galactic Family Podcast. Jim brings experience, curiosity, and passion for thoughtful discussion. His perspective and enthusiasm make him a fantastic addition to the team. And I'm excited, very excited for everybody to get to know him and get to know him throughout today's show and the many episodes ahead that we're going to have. When I began looking for a co-host, I wasn't simply searching for someone knowledgeable. I was looking for someone who listens, respects the different viewpoints like we do here at the Galactic Family Podcast, and asks the difficult questions, follows evidence rather than assumes anything, and generally enjoys building community, and Jim embodies those. So the qualities, and I believe, will help make the Galactic Family Podcast go to the next level. Before we move forward real quick, I also wanted to thank George, previous co-host, for everything he has contributed to the Galactic Family Podcast. He's taking a well-deserved break from the online world, and I completely respect his decision. George will always be an family, and whenever he's ready to return, he will always have a position here. When he's ready, he's always going to be part of the family. Jim, very quickly, can you tell everyone who you are and what first got you interested in UFOs and the unexplained?
I'm actually an abductee, contactee with the Zeta Reticuli, shot grays. I was abducted in the late fall of 2012. which was pretty bizarre within itself. How that occurred was, I distinctly remember it was on a Wednesday night. I used to drive a motor coach. I was a Massachusetts, I'm retired now. I was a Massachusetts constable and motor coach bus driver. And I used to do a commuter run between Boston and New Bedford, Massachusetts, and have to get up early in the morning, like 3 in the morning, to go to work, to do the commute. And this particular Wednesday night, I sat in front of the computer and, I looked down at the right-hand corner of the computer monitor to know what time it was, with the thought that I had to get up early for work. And last thing I remember is looking at the time, and it said 9:15 p.m. So all of a sudden, I'm coming out of like a stupor, still sitting in the computer chair, looking around the room, trying to gather my thoughts and figure out what was going on. And I glanced over at the alarm clock, and it said 2:57 a.m. So I had some lost time there. I was out for all that time. And as bizarre as it sounds, as I was trying to gather my thoughts and I was looking around the room, I felt this intense burning sensation on my right forearm. And believe it or not, there was a tattoo on my forearm, which depicts an alien gray.
Oh, wow. Okay. Nice.
And of course, when this happened, I was like beside myself. I didn't know what to make of it. I actually held this in for over a year before I felt comfortable within my own skin to come out and start talking about it. And it was something that I had to process, psychologically, before I could even become comfortable speaking about it. And that's when I decided to start the Alien Connection Truth Network for others that may have had, some type of same experience, where they could have a forum to talk freely about it without the fear of being ridiculed. And I believe at this time we've got over 120,000 members. Yeah.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. And all those people are on there telling their stories without ridicule, without no one telling them they're making it up, like they're listening.
Right, exactly. That's what you have to have, an open forum with everybody that's got the same mindset, trying to achieve the same goals.
100%. So what, so if someone's first discovering your work for the first time, what can they expect?
Well, I mean, from what I've learned from the extraterrestrials is basically everything is common sense, which seems to be a lack of these days.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree with that.
Yeah, in other words, they've taught me that life isn't really as complicated as it seems. We make it that way.
Yeah.
So, no matter what, we're all star seeds. No matter what species we are, no matter how many extraterrestrial species exist, we're all star seeds. We're all products of the universe.
And what when I put out the notice, what attracted you to join the team?
Oh, I've known you for a while. I've known of you for a while, and you're professional. You got the same goals that I have. Try to reach the same goals that I am, and so you would bring everything together and do what we could do.
Exactly. The more we can get together with more people, and the more we can spread this message out, the more people we're going to reach, the more they can reach as well. It's not just about us reaching people. It's about the people that we're touching are reaching people.
Exactly.
So where do you think the UFO community is headed in the next 5 years? I'm thinking you see President Trump, disclosure, it's rolling. I just don't know if it's rolling as fast as I want it to.
Well, we got to be careful in that area as well because, to be honest with you, I don't trust the government as far as I could throw it.
That's very true.
Yeah, I mean, I believe that they're probably coming up with a plan. They've got this new military, Space Force.
Yep.
So now they want to get their hands into everything. I think what they want to do is manipulate, to be honest with you. I think what they want to do. I think what they want. I think what they want to do with modern technology and holograms and all that stuff. They've got all that technology now. They could very easily, make it appear that we're being attacked by aliens when in reality, we're being attacked by the military industrial complex itself.
Yeah, you're bringing up a great point, Jim, and that actually gives us to our first video there, which is new KMIR News 6 was reporting that hundreds of people from this town started hearing voices in their skulls. And then we are going to show our podcast here a demonstration in the 1990s of a college professor actually demonstrating voice to skull technology.
Oh yeah, they've got that.
Hundreds of people in the valley say they are hearing voices in their heads. And those voices are being transmitted by microwave or other methods.
Well, several viewers asked us to investigate what they call electronic harassment. KMIR 6's Angela Monroe joins us now with what she's discovered. Angela.
Electronic harassment, synthetic telepathy, voice-to-skull technology. Chances are you haven't heard of these terms, but after searching the internet, I found dozens of websites dedicated to the phenomenon and several Valley residents who say they're victims.
How much more can you invade me than to go into my brain? It sounds like somebody else is reading the book, only it's thoughts.
We're not having a group hallucination. This is actually something that's happening.
These men all live in the area, didn't know each other before the voices started, and say someone is playing mind games with them.
Mostly it's a lot of derogatory comments about whatever you're thinking about.
Only time I ever had a whole sentence, he said, "This is not about you," which just frosted me. If it's not about me, what the hell am I going through all this for?
Kevin Bond says he used to have a normal life.
I was living in the San Diego area. I was clerking for a federal judge, and I noticed that I was being followed by a whole bunch of people.
According to the websites, what Bond is describing is called gang stalking. He moved to Palm Springs to escape.
I started hearing, as you'll hear, hearing voices and what they'll call voice to skull or microwave hearing.
Bob Stansfield says his experience was similar and started a decade ago.
They were active in following me around here, and I started hearing the voices a little bit after the vehicular stalking.
Randall Ringer says the voices started when he was undergoing chemotherapy.
The first thing that was said was Randall Ringer. And I sat up straight and I went into the bathroom and I looked in the mirror, looked myself in the eyes, and I said, did that really happen?
Bond says he's found more than 300 victims locally and is tracking others across the state through billboards. In Johnson Valley, a Freedom House just opened to help people who believe they are being targeted.
To many of you who find yourselves the object of covert harassment, that there is hope and that you are not alone, and that we are striving to find legislation and we're working towards freedom for all.
Jarek Robinson leads a national group called Freedom from Covert Harassment and Surveillance. He says he knows who's playing mind games.
Rogue government officials that are sponsoring this. Also corrupt business officials and private citizens.
And he also told us how.
Most of it is delivered by microwave, and I believe it's satellite delivered, whether someone is on a remote location using a laptop or next door using the desktop.
Bond says neurotransmitter chips that run off body electricity have been inserted into some people.
And they assign cell phone numbers to them.
The cell phone numbers are then run through a computer, and a computer translates your thoughts. This crime has been available to the military for 60 years.
We sat down with local psychiatrist Dr. Alan Drucker to get his professional opinion.
There's no scientific evidence and there's no objective evidence to show that what they believe to be happening is factually true.
So what does the doctor believe is behind these voices?
Information that I found on many of these websites really confirms or is consistent with what I see in delusional disorders.
But these men disagree.
I've been to a psychiatrist and they gave me anti-schizophrenia medication and it did absolutely nothing whatsoever.
However, Dr. Drucker says delusional disorder has no real medical treatment and is believed to start because of disrupted dopamine pathways in the brain.
These pathways then start to fire or get triggered in the absence of actual stimulation of a person actually speaking or the radio being on, etc.
Dr. Drucker says dopamine can be disrupted for a variety of reasons: a genetic predisposition, illicit drugs, and even chemotherapy. These men have their own theories why they're being harassed.
I think that I was targeted because I'm gay.
I reported someone for selling what I thought they were selling drugs, and they were.
Nationwide, this crime is committed about 60% against white women ages from 30 to 38. But in Palm Springs, it's almost 98% gay men.
It does tend to occur more in populations of individuals who are marginalized or in some way stigmatized in society.
But these men disagree and say police and the psychiatric community need to take them seriously.
When I worked with the government, I heard a lot of people coming in saying, I'm hearing voices through my tooth. Now I look back and I think, are they like I am now and I just didn't pay attention?
For them, the voices are a waking nightmare. And Kevin Bond told me they're working on a...
So that is what is happening in this one town, okay, right? Now, the doctor says there's no evidence of, the voice, voices in their head, right? But if we go to this video right here.
So we can't hear this. It's going to, I haven't turned it on yet. When I do, it's going to blast out.
This is a college professor explaining voice to skull technology and voices being beamed into your head.
A 65 kilohertz beam. Because the wavelength is so small, it doesn't spread. Because 65 kilohertz has a wavelength like that. So it's going to be, in that sense, similar to a laser. It just comes right out as a beam. Now, how do we make that audible? Well, they put a modulation on top of the 65 kilohertz. There's a modulation. And now, here's the next thing I have to tell you. That 65 kilohertz is very high amplitude. It won't hurt you, we don't think. Okay? You certainly can't hear it, and we don't think it'll hurt you. And it's very high amplitude. And what happens when you have two sound waves like this, sound plus sound can create sound, but only at high amplitudes. At low amplitudes, sound waves just travel right through each other. You may be sort of familiar with this. But at high amplitude, you can create sound. So what happens in this apparatus is the audio sound, the sound that you're going to hear, is actually created in the beam, not here. And because it's created in the beam and it stays in the beam, we have a beam of sound. So let me demonstrate this for you. Let me turn it on. And I'm going to find the piece of music that we like. Yeah. You may not like it. The Eagles? You like the Eagles? Okay, good.
He's about to play music and all these people, well, the people's heads that he beams this towards.
Oh, we have a friendly audience this year.
Yeah. I think they're just saying it to make us feel better.
Right. All right.
It's worth the $2,000. It's not our money. Now, the sound that you're hearing is being created in this beam. It almost sounds like it's coming from your head. So let me try to scan the whole audience so everybody can hear this.
See how he's trying to cover his ears? Like, it's in your head. Like, you can't cover your ears.
Absolutely remarkable. Pete, are you getting it? Let's try to one more thing. Let's try to bounce it off the wall. Raise your hand if you can very clearly hear it. I'm going to try to bounce it off the wall. Look at where the hands are raised.
He was bouncing it off the wall, and he still was able to make people hear what he was saying, hear the music through that apparatus. So I don't think
I believe the government
crazy.
Yeah, I believe the government has had this technology for a while now.
Oh yeah. Hey, Scooby Dooby Gooby. That's one of our good friends out there. D Nits, one of our mods. Thank you for being here. So how important is respectful dialogue between believers, skeptics, experiencers, and scientists and investigators? Like, how important is it?
Well, that is very important that we all work together to, reach our same goal, which is, proof that they do exist.
Okay. And how would you encourage curiosity without jumping to conclusions?
Well, I mean, we all have our own experiences. I mean, it's not hard to understand that, those who have not experienced anything are hard to convince. I mean, but then you have people who are open-minded. The trick is to be a critical thinker.
100%.
Yeah.
All right. Let us get into our next project we're going to be talking about here, which is we have two current projects that are in the works. We have Flux Labs that's testing two different pieces being analyzed for UFO material. Wanted to show you guys.
Wait for that. I can't wait for that.
Oh man, that's going to be incredible, man. Let me get the. All right, here's one. Hey Joe. Hey Jewel. Hey Saucery. Let's see. Good question. If a person is technically minded, I would have them start by picking apart some of the more obvious lies from the government. Maybe start looking. Yeah, Havana syndrome. Listen, actually, if Havana syndrome would be an excellent one to look into. Actually, Gary Nolan was looking into the Havana syndrome patients from the government, and the government had slipped in there, from what Gary Nolan said, 2 or 3 patients that were abducted, and they had the same kind of effect almost as the Havana syndrome, but without the medical distress. So it's like, it's 2 different things. The Havana is like a machine induced. And the abduction phenomenon you get from the Havana syndrome, like the lost time and stuff like that, it's more along the lines of, it doesn't hurt you. It's there, but it doesn't hurt you, I guess. But yeah, we've got that sample in right now. That is the 1947 Maury Island slag incident sample. We've got that in from our 2 good friends over there at LinkedIn. I won't mention their names right now because they'll be coming on afterwards. Then the next thing we have would be this sample, which I'm very excited for this one as well. The 1983 strange debris falls from the sky. This is the one that was from the sky in the UK. When we got the newspaper article with it. We also have the chain of custody. So this piece of debris and metal was actually definitely 100% removed from that location because we have chain of custody. And the metal looks like that. Looks honeycombed.
Honeycombed, yeah.
Yeah. It's an interesting metal. I can't wait to dive into it. Oh man, I'm still getting goosebumps. Hopefully I'll get even more from when we get these results back. Good friend of ours, actually, Tim Anonymous, we'll call him. He has the samples right now in Utah. And right about this time, he actually should be in the lab going through the testing on this right now. Yep. He's going through it right now. That's when he was supposed to be in there. So hopefully next week, next Friday, we will have some great results, videos for you guys from the results of the testing of this.
I can't wait.
And always, you got to have a little fun, Jim. If you need AC, please try to refill your Freon at the store. Don't do what this guy did. Don't do what this guy did. Even though it's genius, just don't do it. I don't know. Gotta have a little fun with it, Jim.
I wonder how he converted that to 12 volts.
Oh man, you know these guys out there. He probably has batteries. He probably has separate batteries and stuff. Oh man. So yes, if you need Freon, people, do not try to do this. Just go to the store and buy $10 or $20 to refill your Freon. It's okay. It's not that hot yet. I mean, it might get that hot. It was a couple days ago. Maybe I would have joined this guy. What was it? 105 here? Oh my God.
Yeah, that's warm.
Oof.
That's hot. Yep.
So, yep. Getting past that. We also are going to get into our good friend, Gene Sticko. I was just going over this with Jim and getting him up to speed on everything. Gene Sticko, author of Infinity Disclosed, will be coming out with his first documentary. And we have a sneak peek on his documentary that I want to show. I show this every once in a while. I thought, Jim, since you're here first on the show, I'd like to show it to you. So this is Gene Stitko's documentary coming out, which will be Infinity Disclosed. Let's have a look on that.
I was a little bit shocked.
He was working on something very secret.
The history is real and accurate. So what is this saying? Oh, it's technical specifications of the UFO. The electrical engineering is real and accurate.
It was a manual how to construct the UFO.
That original math is accurate.
It was literally a blueprint.
These documents were part of the official Soviet program. It's legit material.
People are a little upset that this book is out there.
This was dangerous for him to put it out.
The people that it seemed to benefit the most were the ones pushing back the hardest, which raised a really big alarm bell for me.
Logic and reason would tell me they shouldn't match anything.
Technology he describes is not 21st century, it's like 22nd century.
And all of the science points directly into the United States government.
You'd think that would be something that they'd want.
Because the people deserve to know the truth.
There's things in there that can change humanity.
I don't think they really want to see any change.
He didn't have to fight anymore. He has other people fighting for him.
The future doesn't belong in classified vaults.
That is Gene Sticko's Infinity Disclosed that will be coming out soon. That's interesting, especially because his father-in-law was a plumber, Jim.
Oh, yeah.
That's all he did. He was a plumber at a top secret USSR base. But he was a plumber, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's gonna be great, man. That documentary is gonna be great. That is Infinity Disclosed. That will be coming out here shortly. And wanted to play a clip here coming up. This is from, I just found this, and I hope I'll take the hit on it, I guess, because we don't have any strikes. I'll take the hit on it if we get hit on this. But I wanted to show this new documentary coming out. It's about the church and about different things that they're discussing. And I thought it was kind of interesting for this kind of discussion for us, Jim. So hopefully we don't get hit on it. If we do, well, we get one strike, we get three. I mean, it'll be all right. So let's show them what we're working with here. This is the new UFO documentary about faith. Not of this world. Right there. I'll leave it on the screen real quick. This is going to be a good one, I believe. I really want to hear from the Catholics about what they believe it is, instead of saying all the time angels and demons. Like that guy said, he said, if you read the Bible, God might have left out 99% of the other species in the universe and just said human. You know, there could be so many.
Well, you know, that's a slippery slope right there, but that all boils down to what each individual believes, you know, is their truth, you know.
Yes, that's very true. That's very true. What people
There
believe
isn't,
in.
there really is no one truth. The truth comes down to, within this lifetime, to what each individual believes as being their truth. So there are many truths.
Yes, I can believe that. You've got people that have seen planets destruction. Okay. You've got people that were abducted. You've got remote viewers. You've got channelers. You have so many different special individuals out there with this unique connection, this special connection.
what I've learned from them is that there is no separation between good and evil. It's all the same source. It's all the same energy. The only difference there is how you view it and how you choose to utilize it.
Yep.
In
All right,
other
we've
words,
got.
it's there.
Oh, go ahead.
It's there for whatever you want to choose to do with it.
Yeah, exactly, man. We've got. I'm gonna get to another one here. We've got a 42-second clip of a cruise captain who is going to be explaining about her UAP experience. A cruise ship captain.
It looked like a black jellyfish, a gigantic black jellyfish, and it sailed right over the retreat, directly through the center line of the ship, right through our X and our stack, and just floated through. Thing was, we had.
And that is, I believe, the same Captain Kate, MCCUE, and I believe that's on one of these different streaming platforms, but that's her name on there.
Thing was, we had no wind, maybe 5 knots at the time, but this thing was cruising along about 10, 15 miles per hour, just cruised right over, and as it passed the stern of the ship, it went a couple hundred meters, maybe 300 to 400 meters, and then it started to descend into the water. But because it was sunset, we couldn't put a rescue boat down to go see what it was, but it disappeared into the water, and we have no idea. It wasn't a drone, there was no noise associated with it, so if you want to see our UFO, it's on TikTok.
Oh, wow. So it's on TikTok. So I'm guessing that this is the one that she is talking about, and it's on TikTok. This is a cruise ship captain said no wind, and this thing was just cruising along.
Yeah.
I've got a good one for you here, Jim. Italian countryside. This has been verified as being 100% accurate. You're gonna love this one.
100% legit.
Oh, it's legit. They're running after something. It's an orb. Just wait till you see this. Oh, it's beautiful. Italian countryside.
Eccolo là, eccola. Sì, riprendilo. Buon quadro, aspetta.
Now, people say there's not good videos of orbs, right? What about that?
Che storia, guarda, ma che è? Ah, si è diviso, guarda che sta.
Oh!
Uno è volato via.
There's still one right there.
Guarda.
Yeah.
Se sta a muovere. Guarda, ce n'è uno piccolo che gli gira attorno. Sta scappando via. Verso il lago, guarda che storia. Mamma, è andato.
Yeah, like they chased this thing and they got it right here until this just took off.
Yeah.
Really, really, really fast.
Oh.
But I mean, with people saying, "Oh, there's no good videos or anything out there," there is. It's just it doesn't have the research that we would need to do further testing and explanation on it. That's what I'm saying. Like with the ones that were released, Jim, we've got all the ones that got released from the tranche of UFO files. It's all like black boxes and redacted. And then you have the video and it's like, okay, you can't tell where you are, your altitude, your direction, your speed, how far away the object is. Like, they don't give you anything to go off of, really.
Yeah, and of course, the skeptics would say, You know, with the new technology with CGI and all that stuff, that it's not legit. So,
Well, you know what? Every time I hear that, I mean, it's like you got to see it for yourself. That's what I say. If you see it and you actually,
if you experience something, it's much easier to believe it. You know.
Yes. See, yeah, Scooby, same thing. Plasma orbs he saw. Yeah, he saw the same kind of things. Plasma like orbs. Yes. That move similar. This is one of my very, very good friends, Jim Orrek. He is the state director. Let me get it here. Where is he at here? Oh, here we go.
Howdy, Jim Orrek from the UFO Report.
I asked a bunch of my friends to write just like 5 minutes of video of what they believe the new UFO tranche will give us as far as like President Trump is doing.
What the latest disclosure by the government means to me, if nothing else, it seems to have at least brought the entire U.S., if not the world, together. It's really opened a disclosure discussion forum. Whether or not people agree or disagree that the government is being fully honest or giving us everything that they have and not redacting things, or whether or not they think that, you know, certain entities, organization, or people are just not being forthcoming, regardless of any of that, it's got everybody discussing what they think about these different videos, pictures, and files. And that's actually a great thing. So one way or another, even though there's a lot of controversy, everybody does seem to be on the same page in terms of talking about what's actually going on. I know of people from different parts of the world that are talking about it, saying that the United States has set the precedent for disclosure. And that's a wonderful thing, regardless of what's been disclosed. It's certainly huge progress. All the other greats that were the initial face of disclosure, they're happy that something's come out to begin with. And I can tell you that as an investigative anchor, I'm very happy with what's come out. There's a lot more to come, and I look forward to it. I have seen some correlation with the released files with things that we have, be they plasmoids or orbs, or it looks like there's some Tic Tacs in the disclosed files. So there's some similarities to what has been released earlier, and we have different independent groups of scientists given their speculations, or in some cases publishing their latest work from peer-reviewed journals, you know, giving good old-fashioned analysis, showing what they've been saying all along. There's been, what I feel, a lot of vindication for witnesses or disclosure advocates alike out there. People saying, I told you so, I told you so, there's something to it. It's getting so much attention that I have plenty of family and friends that are saying, oh yeah, Jimmy, I can't believe I heard about that in the regular national news tonight, just before dinner time. So I think that's a great thing overall. Probably the biggest impact, and it does seem to be taking away some of the stigma, be it your coworker or your friend or just a neighbor talking about it now. People do seem to be a little bit more open-minded that there is something else out there. Now, whether some of them are foreign adversaries, or, you know, some people still believe that there's little green men zipping around in flying saucers and they want to take over the planet. I'm not one of those, but I do, strongly believe that we have a presence on the planet and outside the planet. It's been proven that we have these things on the verge of outer space that are surrounding our planet. Not necessarily what you would normally consider to be an intelligent non-human life form, but nonetheless, they exist. As far as the intelligent ones, we're still looking for it. Some of my friends have said, well, what are we waiting for? I mean, we've seen so much evidence. Are we waiting for a flying saucer to come down, have one of the aliens jump out and say, here I am, and here's how these things work? Ain't gonna happen. I just think this is really a period of transition for, let's just call it, sounds cliche, but let's call it a disclosure age of enlightenment, where the government is fully acknowledging that there are things that we don't understand. We don't necessarily have the capabilities of tracking or in some cases destroying.
Well, on that notion, Jim, like he was saying, I wanted to put this in here that we had, we're also in talks with the Tedesco brothers. So Jim, hey, look, Jim and Jim. Hi, Jim, Erwick, Jim. Jim and Jim. So Jim doesn't know it yet, but he probably does, but he will after this. He's part of our Discord. So as soon as we're able to, it probably won't be this weekend, but it'll be next weekend because John had to change. John Tedesco, he had to change the AC unit compressor in the RV or something. So this weekend we're not going to be able to do it, but next weekend or the weekend after, which probably next weekend, next Friday, we'll be up there with the Tedesco brothers inside their mobile Nightcrawler unit looking for UAPs. So we'll see how it works, Jim. But let's hear the rest from Jim, and then we'll move on.
And do we really want to destroy some of these things? A lot of these things may just be things that we don't understand, but they don't intend any harm. In some cases, they seem to be orbiting or surrounding our vehicles or our craft, but not really intentionally doing anything to put people in harm's way. On the other hand, you have highly reputable and accomplished individuals like Lieutenant Ryan Graves, founder of the Americans for Safe Aerospace, that have witnessed firsthand and experienced some of the dangers in encountering these things. So absolutely, some of these objects or entities are not safe. Whether or not that's malicious intent or miscommunication or misunderstanding, or them just sending us a signal, that remains to be seen. And also, when you go through these files that the government's released, you'll see that this has been around for such a long time. And in fact, going way back to biblical times, as most of you folks are aware, we've had this type of phenomenon. I think it's all great, good stuff. I don't see anything scary. I'm not panicked. I don't think it's the end of the world at all. I think it's wonderful. Obviously, being a ufologist and coming from a science, technology, engineering, math background, I'm just enthralled in this type of work. I'm really into the science and technology aspects, and I think it's all good and it's all very cool. That's all I got. Thanks for having me, Jay. Jim Arak from YouTube at UFO-report. Bye-bye.
Yes, and that was our good friend Jim over at the UFO Report on YouTube. You can look him up right here at his at UFO-report on YouTube. Good friend of ours, good friend of the show, as well as Jewel and bunch of other people there in the background now, D and Scooby Dooby Gooby and D and everyone else, Planet Popstar. Everyone here, they help out with the show as well. They help the conversation going. Let's see here. What we got to go to next? Jim, what did you think of that with what he was saying as far as disclosure?
Yeah, I agree with that. It's just that, I just don't trust the government itself,
Yeah, I don't either. Like we've had so many times when they could have came out with it and said, okay, you know what, we're done lying. Here it is. But it doesn't seem like
Yeah, in other words, it's like a cliffhanger all the time, you know.
Yeah, it is. It is too. It's like we'll get Anna Paulina Luna coming out and saying, "Oh, we're gonna have some bombshell UFO reports coming out on the fourth drop, the first drop. Oh no, the second drop. Nope, now the third drop. Nope, now the fourth." Okay.
Yeah.
I just don't tell us it's not going to be a bombshell. Just drop it.
Exactly.
We've known, and them talking about UFOs in the Vatican. Okay, we've got Mussolini. You know, Mussolini back in the 30s, 2030s. He crashed UFO and he gave it to the United States.
Yeah,
that's where this all started. But let's see here. We have our bring up here current projects we have going on. We have two, like I said in the beginning, two unusual sample metal pieces being analyzed at Flux Space Labs in Utah. If anybody wants to look that up. Our Discord research and investigation teams. We do have a Discord channel, Galactic Family Podcast Discord, and we do collaborations with scientists from around the world. And we have also been, which we're still working out the flight itinerary and everything like that. Still working on if we're going to be going, but if we do go, Jim, you're more than welcome to come with us too, you know, co-host.
Sure.
We've been invited to the International Conference of Gravitation, Astrophysics, and Cosmology in 2027 in Berlin, Germany. We have been invited to be a keynote speaker on the first day of the conference, talking about what's that?
Nice. That's nice.
Yes. Yes. We'll be talking about how to properly analyze and configure. We're going to do a framework for how to properly analyze videos, research material, and pictures to determine authenticity. That's what we're going to do. And it's going to help people out. You know, AI might be one thing and big and beautiful, but it'll never, ever get past the human eye. We'll figure it out. So we also have a potential documentary with that being involved with the Utah person who is taking it to the Flux Space Labs, our anonymous Rex. We have still in discussions. We'll see what he says about that. I know he's going to add us into his documentary. We also have our animal shelter outreach project, which, if anyone's not familiar, that is our animal outreach project where we donate all of the funds of the Galactic Family Podcast. The thing about our podcast, Jim, is that we're not fan funded. 100% of every monetary donation we receive throughout the year is donated at the end of the year through our animal shelter outreach program to our local animal shelters in need. I have and bring up a current picture here. This is our last year. There's them in the background putting together all the beds and everything that we had. They had a volunteer team that showed up to put together the beds for the dogs. And yes, we are still doing the field investigation in August. Sorry. That is still coming up. We're doing a remote CE5. Let me put that out there. We're doing a remote CE5. Now, we've done this before, Jim, and I think I explained it to you over the phone. We were talking about it. We went to the Pine Barrens in New Jersey. I went out there. I had all of my equipment fully charged. Radiation meter, EMF, this, that, audio, everything, right?
Right.
And we started the show. I had the FLIRs set up and everything on live. We were live on the show. And all of a sudden, all of my equipment died. Every single one of my equipment, my EMF, my radar, to everything died except for my computer, which was at 5%, and I had to run and plug that in. And my FLIR camera wasn't touched at all. It was at 100% when everything else died. And this orangish, yellowish orb had showed up directly on screen when we were there with the CE5 team remotely, on a remote location. They had concentrated all of their intentions towards my location, and we had it show up right in front of us. We even had a car. I looked, I pulled the FLIR away. I'm like, there's nothing there. Looked, there it is. And a car drives right underneath of it in the video. Didn't even see it. So we will have our field investigation going on in August. I'll give you some more details on that, Jim, and we can go over that on the next Phenomenon Pulse.
All right.
Let's see here. I wanted to do a couple. Here we go. I wanted to do a couple of these as well, too. This is a remote driller, I believe, in Alaska. Let me make sure. Sure, I got that. Oh, wait, I also have another one here. Yep, I forgot about that. We have a video from where is it? Desktop. There we go. Okay. So we have a video right here from the second Boogosphere. And we this is from our good friends at Falcon Space Labs. They were given the second Boogosphere. Mark Sokolow was given the second Boogosphere to actually do an examination inside of it. He was the one to determine that the second Boogosphere is a fake.
Really?
Yes. There's no sound on it, but we do have the video. They were swearing, I guess, a lot, and they didn't want me to put that in there because they were mad as all heck. It's aluminum. You can see how easy it is to go through it. That is the second Boogosphere there. He drills right through it.
Yeah.
They had nuts and bolts. Yes, it had nuts and bolts in it, Jim. It did. These guys thought, oh, it's yeah, no. You could tell that's aluminum.
Oh, yeah.
So he's drilling in now.
Yeah, it looks like all standard hardware.
Yeah. Now he's got the other Boogosphere there too, but he does not drill into that one.
And your coffee literally burnt the shit out of me. I didn't know.
Yep, second Boogosphere. He drills it out. Let's fast
They have a check out the other one.
They checked it out under a under their UV and all that, but they didn't actually go into it. So here we go. They're extracting a sample out of it and putting water in it, extracting a sample from the actual piece of it.
Oh, yeah.
Distilled water, putting it. Now they're just doing just regular, just whatever pieces come out with the air. But eventually, they get into it. And they're inside of it. And there's only nuts and bolts. Like there's a motor. There's a motor in it. Like it's constructed. It's literally constructed.
Yeah, that was designed. Yeah.
Yep. Designed to fool a lot of people, but hey, that's what we do here, though, Jim. Also in the Galactic family, we put out the truth. If it's BS, it's BS.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yep. Here's when they go through it. They pull it back out. Yep. Nuts and bolts and just put together pretty much by construction on the inside.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was the second boogosphere that people were saying, oh man, it's so great. It's so great. It is great that people are finding these, but it's not great that they're, faking them. Okay.
Right.
I'd rather somebody tell me, okay, I made this. Oh, it looks great. Looks really, really similar to that. That's an art piece.
Right.
But all right, we'll play this one. This is a clip from we'll do a 2-minute clip from our friends that have the Maury Island slag incident. These are our two friends we had on here. We'll play that clip real quick so you guys can catch up. And yeah.
But yeah, it's black and it's like a pumice. Oh, there it is. All right.
Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, you can see the silver in it as well.
Oh wow, look at that. Yeah. Yeah, so that is the Maury Island slag incident from Skip and Sharon Leland, and they have it over in Washington State.
And see,
yep, they've got it. They've got it over in Washington State. Let's the beat. There we go. Get that out of it. It weighs almost nothing. Yeah, you see, has those little flakes in it, Jim. And that that was when the UFO went over the sand and was dropping this molten steel, molten liquid metal out of it on the beach.
So has that been analyzed?
That's one of the samples that we have in the lab today. Yep. Yep. That will be analyzed and be put out as well with the other one that we have with the honeycombs.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Let's get on here. We're moving on. We're going to do remote drillers in Alaska have seen UFO.
What the fuck is that? Bro?
Don't mind the swearing.
Don't bother me.
What the fuck is that?
I don't know, man.
Yes, Scooby Dooby Gooby. That is the stuff that the fragments were floating in at Rex's. I will show you that video after this.
Oh my god, bro, what is that?
I thought it was the moon, man.
What the fuck, bro?
I don't know, man.
It's fucking moving, dog.
It's moving.
Oh, yeah, territory's drilling. Fucking UFO, man. What the fuck?
And see, it has like a little orb on top of it or something.
Oh, shit. What the
There's
fuck?
two.
Oh, my God, bro.
That's weird. I just want to say, it looks like a UFO is towing a cloud. Doesn't it, Jim?
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Like, without all the effing and everything, like, eventually, you see these two dots that show up. Come on, turn back around. Oh, my brother made it. All right, nice. You see these two dots. It literally looks like it's towing the cloud.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
What? And then there's one behind it that like blinks out. Yeah, that's really neat.
Yeah.
That's really neat. So this is the sample that he was talking about. There are oil riggers in here. Oh, hey, oil riggers. All right, let me get that one. All right, this is now, when I sent him the Maury Island samples, okay, there was a big piece in it, and there was a bunch of like crumbs and other pieces. So he took the big piece out of it, put it into air sealed, whatever. He air sealed it and everything, that piece. And the smaller crumb pieces that were in there, he is now doing his own little experiments with in this video. So when we had the crumbs into the water, and he adds electricity or an electric current through the water, they move and they float. They don't sink anymore. They move and float with electric current. So you see that one right there in the middle. It's actually like going around in circles right now. That's when he is introducing the current into it. So no current. Boom. There it goes.
Yeah.
So we're not sure exactly what it means. It's just him doing preliminary testing, but I thought it was interesting that you have a piece of metal that will have an electric current through it and float. That sounded interesting to me. So what we're going to do, we're going to wait until anonymous, Rex comes out with the videos, the reports, and everything to give us, and we'll have a good time with that. Let's see here. I want to play two more things here. Actually, yeah, two more things. Thank you. Okay, here we go. So we've got now we've got an interesting clip, okay? Ross Coulthart has been in the news a lot. And somebody gave me this clip and said that this is a video that Ross has never released, period. And he might have been silenced after this was put out. So Ross Coulthart is seen here going with another individual into the Great Pyramid, into an underground cavern system under the pyramid.
Wow.
And he did not come out with it.
I know everyone wants to hear about what I think of the latest episode of From, but I'm 50
There he is.
meters deep beneath the Pyramid of Giza.
The Pyramid of Giza. He's going underneath of it.
Come on, Karen, we've got work to do. We've got aliens to chase.
I gotta go. I know everyone wants to
See, he's coming out from that.
hear
He's wanting him to come
about
with him,
what I
probably.
think
He's like, all right, hurry up,
of the
let's
latest
go.
episode of From, but I'm 50 meters deep beneath the Pyramid of
50 meters deep underneath the Great Pyramid of Giza.
Come on, Karen, we've got work to do. We've got aliens to chase.
We got aliens to chase. Like, he is going underneath the Great Pyramid. And Ross Coulthard has never released this video, Jim.
Oh, wow.
I gotta go.
He's never released it. There's no video out there with him going underneath the Great Pyramid of Giza and explaining what he found.
Wow.
All right. Last and yes, light, sound, frequency. Yep. Or sound, frequency, vibration, light. Yes. That is a key to everything. Now, in the background, we also have been working with let me think, Wizard Pictures, XV Productions, and they allowed us also to show the preview of the new Dan Burrish J-Rod documentary that will be coming out soon. So we'll show that, and then we will close it out for the day. Today was a short day, but I mean, if Jim, you had anything after this, you know, more than welcome. But we'll go ahead and show this real quick, and then open it up to everybody, I guess.
All right. What do you have a podcast once a week or?
Yeah, once every Friday.
All right.
Yep.
Good night, Dan.
This is the true story of Dan Burrish and J-Rod, Wizard Pictures, XV Productions. They gave us permission to show this.
I was told non-stereos weren't real. Then I found out they are, that they live in the hearts of men. My name is Dan, no wife, no kids. I should not be talking to you, I really shouldn't. 4th stage, I'm dying, glioblastoma.
I'm sorry.
What are they gonna do? Kill me twice. I hope you've got security. They'll come for you next. They always do. The first time I went down there, I was 29. They made me sign things, threatened everything they care about. Not that there is much.
First day?
Yeah.
Do not get lost.
Buried beneath the test range, the lab, the checkpoints. I'm a microbiologist. So many years underground, shutting my mouth. I used to love it. S4. Sorry, I'm jumping around. My head's a mess since the seizures.
Case 15, clean sphere ready.
That day, I thought I was hallucinating. The fear, the smell. I met him, you know. The J-Rod, they call him. He showed me everything. I'm out.
I know. Majestic thanks you.
Go fuck yourself.
I'll miss you.
Beauty is truth. Truth, beauty. That is all.
that is the true story of Dan Burrish and J-Rod. And then we also have another one here that I wanted to play, if you don't mind, Jim. The doctor from Virginia, the Virginia case that treated the extraterrestrial gray being. This is his statement on that. And he explains that he didn't feel any malintent from this being at all.
Ítalo, Danelli Venturelli, eu juro que o que eu vou dizer para vocês é verdade, nada mais do que a verdade. Sou médico há 46 anos e em 1996, no dia 20 de janeiro, eu fui chamado para ver um paciente, né? E quando eu fui ver, não era um ser do nosso planeta, né? Que fui chamado eventualmente para dar minha opinião sobre o caso e eu vi o caso sob o ponto de vista médico. Consciente, sem dor, sem sangramento, respirando bem, muito calmo, muito tranquilo, parecia uma criança de uns 7 anos, branquinho, não tinha mau cheiro, a cabecinha grande, mas em forma de gota, né? Boca pequenininha, uma das mãos estava dentro de um campo e outra para fora. O olho não era vermelho, estava lilás, também em forma de gota, e me olhou de uma maneira muito tranquila, não estava agitado, não estava agressivo, não estava com dor.
So you see, he says, you know, looking at me very calmly, not agitated, aggressive, or in pain. And this is a being that just crashed to the planet, and it wasn't aggressive, not even agitated.
Com dor, e na minha opinião não estava com medo também. Na minha opinião, estava entendendo o que estava acontecendo ali. É um olhar muito bonito de ver, um olhar assim sem julgamento, né? 2 vezes ele olhou para mim, olhou para a janela, olhou para mim outra vez. Eu senti assim, eu fiquei próximo dele, né? 1,5 metro, assim, não toquei nele, mas eu fiquei próximo. E a maneira de olhar é uma maneira assim que ele parece que era uma inteligência maior do que a nossa, do que a humana, né? Que ele estava entendendo, apesar de ele estar sendo uma situação de defesa, ele não estava com medo, ele estava entendendo o que estava acontecendo, né? Possivelmente deveria ter algum propósito, alguma coisa para estar fazendo o que ele estava fazendo. E a verdade é que eu sou testemunho ocular, eu vi o ser sim. Podem falar o que for, brincam, zombam, falam uma porção de coisas, mas eu vi ali, deitado na minha frente. É importante as pessoas saberem que não estamos falando de dinheiro, estamos falando de uma coisa que muda o...
And again, you know, people are saying, this isn't about the money. It's not. That's not what we do here either. It's about the changes. It's going to change humanity.
O conceito da humanidade, né? Que é um ser de um outro local. Eu fui lá, não fui procurar, eu fui lá por um chamado, num acaso, ver um outro paciente e eu vi. Então eu acho importante as pessoas saberem que sim, quem fala que viu, quem viu espaçonave, viu, nós vimos mesmo. E não é fácil ficar aqui na frente da câmera falando sobre isso. Que perguntam, parece que a gente está mentindo, tem que insistir. Já jurei que vi mesmo e vi, né? Que os seres mais novos acreditem que existe sim.
Yeah. So he wanted to tell everybody that this does exist, that they weren't afraid, they weren't scared, they knew what was going on, you know. But I will go ahead. We're going to play one more video, which is a funny one. And then we will go ahead and call it early today. But I had a good time with you, Jim. Great time.
Yeah, same here. Yeah.
This is mostly what we do. We'll go over the new, UFO news, videos, stuff about, different things. And then we might have a guest here or there. We do have a couple coming up that you'd be very interested in. Rear Admiral Tim Gallaudet will be coming on the podcast here shortly in the next, probably about a month. I believe probably by the end of July, beginning of August, he'll be coming on. And we've got a couple other, guests in the background that I'm working on. And I'll get with you, Jim, afterwards and let you know. But yeah, it's going to be a good year. Going to be a good year.
All right. Oh, yeah.
All right. Here's
I believe so.
I believe so too, brother. All right. Here's if you don't need to set your alarm clock if you have one of these dogs.
why are you screaming at me? You think this is breakfast time? It's still dark. Oh my god, you're so loud. Fine, I'm up.
Look, the dog's like, yes, she's up.
There's no snooze button on that alarm clock.
Hey, why are you screaming at me? You think this is breakfast time? It's still dark. Oh my god, you're so loud. Fine, I'm up.
I'm up. Oh, yay! Yes, D, that is a definite 100% that will be happening. Yes, they can be crazy, Scooby-Dooby-Gooby. That will definitely 100% be happening. I've already talked to them. They said anytime that we would like to have them on, we can have them on directly the next day if we need to.
That's great.
Yep, Sharon and her husband, the ones that had that sample. As soon as we get those results back, Jim, we're going to have a big podcast reveal, have them off to the right side, and we'll be spitting out results and pictures and videos for them to look at of what their sample. What the sample actually is, man. I'll give you the floor and you can tell everybody what we're going to be doing, during the year. I mean, you're here, you're a new co-host. Anything you want to do here, you're more than welcome to as well. Like, you have the Truth Connection Network. Anything else that you have going on, go ahead and put it out.
Yeah, I'll be able to do more in the future. I got to get a better video camera for the computer, because I get all my files in the computer rather than my phone,
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely. But it's great having you on, Jim. I can't wait for the new year, and let's see where it takes us, brother.
Yeah. It's great being here, and I thank you for that.
Oh, thank you, man. Thank you, man, for being here. Right. And everybody knows from the Galactic family, that we don't do this for the nicks, the kicks, any of that. One of our main things we do, which I know you can't read it there. Let me do something to fix that. Anyway, that is our was, if I can get it back up again. That is the Danville Beat. So that is the newspaper. I know it's really small. Make that bigger. I don't even know how I'm going to make that bigger. And it's as big as it's going to be. Darn it. All right. Anyway, that's the Danville Beat. And when we actually went to the newspaper, recorded us going there, and put a nice little article in the paper about us donating the money and everything, or donating the supplies to the dog SPCA from our dog. Yeah, we have our animal shelter outreach program.
That's very good. That's a nice cause. Yeah.
Oh yeah, man. So let me see here. Final remarks. I want to thank everyone for welcoming Jim into the Galactic family, and remind you that this is the beginning of an exciting new chapter featuring new field investigations, scientific collaborations, laboratory testing, conference presentations, respectful discussions, careful investigations, curiosity, and helping others and animals. That's why I'm proud to say, very proud to say, that the Galactic Family Podcast is not fan funded. The funds come from me, and 100% of any funds that come into the podcast go directly out to our animal shelter outreach program, to a local animal shelter in need. Every contribution supports animals, assists shelters, and helps build a positive community while we continue to explore the unknown. And then until next time, keep looking up, keep asking the questions, and remember, we are all one species born of Earth, and that's what we are.
And one last thought is that life is a journey to be experienced, not a problem to be solved.
Thank you, Jim. Have a wonderful day, everyone, and we will see you next week for the Galactic Family Podcast Phenomenon Pulse on Wednesday. And Jim, he'll eventually get on the Discord. He's getting everything situated, probably with his phone and his computer, and then the camera and all that takes a little bit of work. So, but he'll be on there eventually, and then he'll be on there with all of our great people out there. There's my baby. She decided to join us too for the show. So we'll yep. I'll see you guys later on, and we will see you guys next Friday. And if we have anything else before then, if you want to subscribe to the show, you will get only notifications from us. Will be for any of these great shows that we have going on, and any of our guests that we have coming up for the new shows. That'll be helping us out. Plus, our memberships are open. We have 5 members so far. It's 99 cents to be a member. With that, you will get direct contact with me on the Discord channel. You can get in contact with me any time of the day. Send me a message. Get in touch with me and let me know what you feel and where you think the Galactic Family Podcast should be going next. Without further ado, I will call it. Jim, is that all you have then?
Yeah, for now, yeah.
All right. Then we will see you guys next Friday for another great episode of Galactic Family Podcast Phenomenon Pulse. Have a great
see you
afternoon,
all in the
everyone.
next one.
Thing is real. It can't be.
I was informed in the course of my official duties of a multi-decade UAP crash retrieval and reverse engineering program.
There is no spoon.
Let me be clear. UAP are real. Advanced technologies not made by our government or any other government, monitoring sensitive military installations around the world.
UFOs are as real as the airplanes flying overhead.
Hello, my name is Nick Pope, formerly from the British UFO Desk, and you're listening to the Galactic Family Podcast.
The signal has been received. The truth is still unfolding. The signal will continue with you.